My objective is to try to prove to her that love exists.
Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for every single anticipated romance movie of 2021.
Oh boy.
I'm making moves, I'm making deals, but guess what?
What?
You still ain't got no skills.
Can we please talk about this later?
How did she know?
For this list, we'll be looking at love stories, rom-coms, and films with significant romance subplots that are slated for 2021 releases. Keep in mind that these release dates are tentative and subject to change. Which romance movie are you ready to fall in love with? Let us know in the comments. Number 9, In the Heights. Release date June 18th, 2021.
All right, everybody sit down.
It's a story of a block that was disappearing.
We're all familiar with Lin-Manuel Miranda's blockbuster musical Hamilton, but it was the Tony-winning In the Heights that launched him into mainstream recognition. This musical isn't specifically a romance, as it's more about community, culture, and change, not to mention the American dream.
I'm making moves, I'm making deals, but guess what?
What?
You still ain't got no skills.
That said, there are a couple of significant romantic subplots between Benny and Nina, and Usnavi and Vanessa. John M. Chu previously directed Crazy Rich Asians and 2 Step Up sequels. Given his background in love stories and choreography-heavy productions, we think he can pull off something special with songs like Benny's Dispatch, When the Sun Goes Down, and Blackout, all of which have romantic elements. If you missed it on Broadway, prepare to fall head over heels.
Today's all we got, so we cannot stop. This is our block in the heights.
Number 8, Redeeming Love. Release date to be announced 2021. This Christian love story is based on the 1991 novel of the same name by Francine Rivers, who also co-wrote the screenplay with director DJ Caruso.
This book has literally changed countless lives, and this movie will change, I believe, even substantially more lives.
While it takes place in the 1850s during the California Gold Rush, the narrative is largely inspired by the book of Hosea from the Bible. The story centers on Angel, a prostitute who turns her life around through Christianity, and a farmer named Michael Hosea. In addition to the romance between Angel and Michael, Redeeming Love is about learning to accept God's love and learning to love oneself.
I'm not a Christian, and this book makes me want to believe.
The novel was a bestseller with more than 3 million copies sold and received multiple accolades, including the ECPA Gold Book Award from the Evangelical Christian Publishers Association. Number 7, What About Love? Release date February 12th, 2021. What About Love was originally slated to hit theaters in February 2020. It may have been delayed almost a year, but this romantic drama should still be released just in time for Valentine's Day. Directed and co-written by Klaus Menzel, the film stars Marielle Jaff and Miguel Angel Munoz as Tanner and Christian respectively.
My objective is to try to prove to her that love exists. Our quest for love and the truth. And, of course, let's keep an open mind for how this movie is going to end.
The two spend their summer in Europe making a movie about love, and in due course, fall in love themselves. In addition to these rising stars, the film stars Sharon Stone and Andy Garcia as 2 parents brought together when tragedy occurs. Through this incident, Stone and Garcia find the power in themselves to love again. The plot sounds equally tear-jerking and heartwarming, hopefully making it worth the wait. Number 6, Little Fish. Release date February 5th, 2021. This sci-fi love story takes place against the backdrop of a pandemic, although not exactly the kind that we've experienced throughout 2020. In Little Fish, a widespread virus causes people to lose their memories.
Look, I'm sorry I don't remember you. It's nothing personal.
Olivia Cooke and Jack O'Connell star as 2 newlyweds who attempt to hold on to their romance as this strange virus takes its toll. The movie was supposed to make its debut at the 2020 Tribeca Film Festival, which was ironically canceled due to an actual pandemic.
Don't say it sucked, dumbass.
That's kind of suck.
Yeah, but I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I guess.
Since we've all been distanced from a loved one due to COVID, Little Fish should not only be a creative romance movie, but a relevant one as well. Ariana Boko of IFC Films calls it, quote, the love story for this moment, suggesting audiences bring tissues. Number 5, Marry Me. Release date February 12th, 2021. Another Valentine's Day release, Marry Me stars Jennifer Lopez, whose previous rom-com credits include The Wedding Planner, Made in Manhattan, and various others.
I mean, I don't know what I'm doing here, Steph. What am I doing? This is all a lie.
No, honey, it's more like a dream, you know?
In this adaptation of Bobby Crosby's graphic novel, Lopez plays a pop star, of course, who believes that her onstage partner has been cheating on her. On a whim at one of her concerts, she decides to instead marry a stranger holding a sign in the crowd, played by resident wedding crasher Owen Wilson.
If I do this, I don't want to half-ass it. I want it well planned.
He's back.
Working in reverse, the two get to know each other after tying the knot. It might not be the most realistic premise, but that's always been part of the fun in Lopez's romantic comedies.
Don't say it like that. You make it sound dirty. I wanted a baby, and I thought I had to do it alone. It was before I met you.
The film will also include original songs by Lopez and Colombian singer Maluma. Number 4, The Kissing Booth 3. Release date to be announced 2021. The first two Kissing Booth movies weren't exactly what you'd call critical successes, but they nonetheless exploded into some of the most popular teen romantic comedies on Netflix. The first film proved so successful that its two sequels were shot back to back. The Kissing Booth 3 sees the return of Joey King as Elle Evans, who was left with a life-altering decision at the end of the second film. Will she continue her relationship with Noah at Harvard, or follow rule number 19 and go to Berkeley with best friend Lee?
Oh boy.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, fine.
Aside from being torn between the two brothers, Marco is also returning for the sequel, which may create further issues.
You really do have a problem now. The only problem I have right now is you.
Whatever path Elle chooses, we're ready to pucker up for one last kiss.
You know, a romantic song came on, and I was like, oh, what's gonna happen? But until it just didn't, because...
Number 3. To All the Boys, Always and Forever, Lara Jean. Release date to be announced 2021. Like The Kissing Booth, To All the Boys I've Loved Before started as a young adult novel that inspired a romance trilogy on Netflix.
I am not the only guy that got a letter. Wow, you really think that you're special, and then you find out that she wrote love letters to two guys.
Unlike The Kissing Booth, though, the first two To All the Boys movies both garnered critical acclaim. Hopefully the third film in this series can maintain that high quality. Based on the third book in Jenny Han's series, Always and Forever, Lara Jean naturally brings back Lana Condor as the titular heroine. In the book, Lara Jean finds herself at a crossroads when she's accepted into the College of William and Mary, while boyfriend Peter is bound for the University of Virginia.
Can we please talk about this later?
How did she know?
Although their relationship has overcome many hurdles, will Lara Jean be forced to write Peter a Dear John letter?
You made me a promise I know you'll keep. So I only want one more promise from you during this time we spend apart. Tell me everything. Write it all down, John. Scribble it in a notebook.
Number 2, Cinderella. Release date February 5th, 2021. Few rags to riches romances are more timeless than Cinderella, which may explain why we've gotten so many versions.
Oh, I understand, but it's more than I ever hoped for.
The latest one sees Cuban-American singer Camila Cabello assume the role of fairy tale icon, while Nicholas Galitzine stars as her prince. The production is full of inspired casting choices, including Billy Porter as Cinderella's fairy godparent and Idina Menzel as her stepmother. In addition to having a supporting role, James Corden serves as a producer and contributed to the story. The film is being directed and written by Kay Cannon, who previously worked on the Pitch Perfect trilogy.
Sorry, it's pretty lame.
Excuse me? Synchronized lady dancing to a Mariah Carey chart topper is not lame.
Based on the talent involved, it shouldn't come as a surprise that this is a musical, which should put a fresh spin on the classic love story.
What sweet singing. Makes me want to tarry just a little.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, West Side Story. Release date December 10th, 2021. Like a few other films on this list, West Side Story was delayed due to the pandemic. As a matter of fact, this was also our number 1 pick for the most anticipated romance movie of 2020. director Steven Spielberg has a tough act to follow, as the 1961 adaptation of West Side Story remains one of cinema's greatest love stories of all time.
I didn't believe hard enough.
Loving is enough.
Of course, the 1961 film not only came out on the heels of a hit stage musical, but countless other interpretations of Romeo and Juliet.
My wife. Death that hath sucked the honey of thy breath hath had no power yet upon thy beauty.
Nevertheless, director Robert Wise put his own unique signature on that Best Picture winner.
I like to be in America, okay by me in America, everything free in America, for a small fee in America.
We believe that Spielberg can do the same, especially with a cast that includes Ansel Elgort as Tony and Rachel Zegler as Maria. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Ms. Mojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.